sound like my wife now. So she goes, yeah, oh my God, that's really expensive, but it's so good.
Meet Brian Kennett, a UK citizen who moved to Singapore 16 years ago. He is married to Filipina, has 5 kids, and was the first and only Ang Mo in the MasterChef Singapore show. Over a plate of Hokkien Mee, Brian explained why hawker food is superior to fancy restaurants and local schools are better than international ones. I'm Max, a YouTuber and Laksa enthusiast from Russia based in Singapore. Let's go.
You got to say hi, get some action going. What's really cool. So this is what I think one of the best mala hot pots in Singapore. So anything take your fancy.
Oh yeah.
So gotta have. Okay, let's get some spam. This stuff is insane. This is like tofu sheet. It just acts like a sponge. $20. It's quite pricey, right?
It's quite pricey,
yeah. You sound like my wife now. So she goes, yeah, oh my God, that's really expensive, but it's so good. Literally, best in Singapore, my personal point. My youngest 10-year-old, we sometimes occasionally go for the top end of town spice.
Yeah.
That's like, it's off the charts. But the funny thing is, it's painful, your eyes are watering, your nose is running, you can't feel your mouth, you're sneezing, you're coughing. But you just keep eating, you can't stop, you know? And then he has this secret thing, I don't know what it is that he puts in here, which creates this kind of juice down here at the bottom. But yeah, down here is where all the Szechuan peppers are. And again, this is where this thing soaks, look at that. I mean, come on, God, no. Sorry.
What local Singaporean habits you obtained within 15 years living here?
Talking to taxi drivers. I was in Melbourne and I was commuting every month. So I was like a month here, a month in Melbourne, a month here, a month in Melbourne. And I kind of still had my Queen's English. I'd come up here and I'd go, excuse me, could you take me to the Intercontinental Hotel, please? The guy's like, you know, it's like, oh, okay, this isn't working so very well. So I had to immediately learn, go, Uncle Lad, you know, the Intercon Hotel, You know, and then it's like, oh, Intercon, hey, yay. It had to happen very quickly.
Yeah, Singlish basically, yeah?
Singlish, yeah. You got to get that shit down quick. So my kids now at local school, they've even got Malay, English, Malinglish. I don't know if there's such a word for that, but I think another thing is, Singaporean thing that I've learned very quickly is wear a seatbelt wherever you go, because worst drivers on the planet. Always wear a seatbelt, no matter what car. Oh, yeah. So do you know the origin of that? The rumour of that?
I read about it. They want to save fuel.
Right. So there's 2 rumours. So that's one rumour. Do you know the other rumour?
No.
Right. So the other rumour is that the old taxi meters, we used to be the click, not the digital ones. So if you pump, it makes that go faster. Was the original, right? So notice it's only the old drivers that do that, which gives you that seasickness kind of experience, right? And apparently it made the ticker go faster on the old meters, the ones that were on the wheels.
Just used to it,
Yeah. Wow. So that's the other rumour, which is a classic. The other thing is, like, obviously the food, right? You know, it's basically getting into this. What really annoys me about...
No, this one is...
It's amazing, right?
Top notch.
Yeah. But so this is the thing that, to what your question, you know, what have I learned living here is immerse yourself in it. If you don't immerse yourself in it, why have you moved here in the first place? You know, most of the complaints I get from other Ang Mos is, oh, it's so expensive. Like, so where do you eat? Oh, we go to like Clark Quay, Boat Quay, Robertson Quay. Yeah, where it's $40 for a burger. What about this? You know, okay, maybe a bad example, but you can have this between 3. So say it's $7 a portion, right? Why? Oh, it's dirty in the hawkers. What do you mean it's dirty? How is it dirty? You know, so all of this ABCD that sits there proves the cleanliness managed by Singapore Food Authority.
So you can trust them, for sure. I mean, in Singapore.
Exactly. So it's like, come on, right? So this is the best food on the planet, my personal experience. You know, it's UNESCO heritage, for God's sake, but you're complaining that it's dirty. Really. And the best place to actually immerse yourself in the culture, I don't know what the camera can see, but if you just look around, we're the only white folks here, right? I mean, literally, there's no other Ang Mos in this place, but it's the way to understand the culture, understand the food, immerse yourself with the people, is to be one of them in their local place, and this is our local. Around this area we've got in Siglap 3 hawkers of varying quality, I would say. A really important thing to understand about Singaporean hawker food is go where the queue is. Okay, we're here 3 times a week probably here. Why cook at home? I mean, when you get this, it's just a beautiful place. I love it. Anyone that moves here gravitates towards it. It attracts, you know, the Ang Mos of here to sit with the locals of here. So probably 70% local, 30% Anglo.
And some foreigners, they just only like interact with foreigners. They have only like foreigner friends, and they go to like River Valley.
I don't know where you live. I was just going to say exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was just going to say. Where do you live? Holland Village. Oh, well, there we go. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, my recommendations, you know, do the condo living for a couple of years, get used to here, but then move out to the suburbs. You have to do it. If you think you're going to stay here for a period of time, get to the suburbs. And my personal view, there are no better suburbs than the east.
Yeah, East is great.
So again,
I love
Katong,
East.
Siglat, you know, Bedok, beach, airport's just there, 15 minutes to the airport.
Yeah.
Beach is 10 minutes, city's 15, 20 minutes. It's just a beautiful place to live.
I like this Juchiat area. It's just wow, beautiful,
yeah, Juchat,
beautiful.
yeah, it kind of, but it wasn't, right? You know, it was a lot of neon, aka KTV, right? So, you know, we don't have prostitutes in Singapore.
We actually have.
Really?
I mean, even officially.
Yeah, not during F1. But yeah, you know, if you look at Juchat now, especially during COVID, a lot of those establishments lost their license because obviously no customers, yeah? And they've repurposed themselves now into these most amazing, you know, the shop houses are back, an artisanal, be it food or craft or whatever it is. Now, you go down Juchat now, it wasn't what it was 3 years ago. It's completely different. The neon is down and you can walk down there with the family at night and it's amazing what you can kind of eat, drink and enjoy down there. You know, it's fundamentally changed, Juchat. So I totally agree.
Yeah.
But it wasn't what it was 2 to 3 years ago, especially down that bottom end around Juchat Place.
Yeah.
Now, amazing.
How Singapore like changed through these 15 years? What's the biggest changes for you?
It's kind of mood swings. We're in favour, we're not in favour, I would say.
You mean most
Yeah.
foreigners?
Yeah, and that is obviously based on the voting situation at the current time, right? So, I remember, go back 2 years, 3 years, whenever it was. People's Actions Party lost, I think, 2-3 seats in the House because people voted against because there was too much focus at foreign talent being brought in, and immediately, overnight, changed the policy, and then we're out of favour. It personally impacted me because I was trying to get permanent residency for Jude, right, the 10-year-old. I'm like, he's the same as his brother. His brother's doing national service. Why won't you give him the same status? Madness, right? So they were treating him as a Filipino. So at one point, he had to leave the country every 30 days.
Oh man.
For 30 days to repatriate in the Philippines, despite having a UK passport. So they were treating him as Filipino. It just blew me away. That was my low period of, tell you what, Singapore, don't want to be here anymore, right? That was for probably about 6 to 12 months of us exiting. So we got a JB just to exit to get a stamp to come back for 30 days.
Oh,
and then ICA kind of went, we see what you're doing here for the last 6 months. You've just been exiting every month and getting a chop for another 30 days. Yeah, exactly, because you won't allow him to stay. He's my son, he's got a UK passport, he's the same as his brother, who's doing national service for your country, and I can't understand why you won't allow him to be the same, right? Positive note is the development of the country. Holy crap. I mean, if you look at what Singapore was, I think it's awesome, right? I know.
So soft.
It's incredible. Yeah. It's like the best chicken wings. Like, oh my God. Okay,
Yeah.
you've tempted me now. But, like the development, if you look at, since we've been here, Gardens by the Bay, Marina Bay Sands, I mean, holy crap, that kind of, you stand on half of Singapore, and when we get tourists come in or visitors come in, you realise you're on reclaimed land.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like, really? And like, yeah. So Beach Road used to be the beach. And now look at everything that's in front of Beach Road. That's development of Singapore. That's massive. Hokkien Mee, please. So what do you think is the unique thing about your store?
Charcoal fried.
Charcoal, yeah, see?
Small portion costs six Sing$.
Yeah. But you can smell, right? Smell the charcoal. How long you been here now?
Less than 6 months.
Yeah. And how long were you at the previous place? 25 years, right?
Yeah.
25 years.
Yeah, I wrote about you already. Come on. Yeah, so 25 years at the previous place, 6 months here.
Yeah.
And then, so the queue goes, woo!
All right.
So where is he? Where's the guy with the tattoos? Oh, there. So he goes out the front and he's
Ah.
just like going, number 4, number 3, number
yeah.
10, number 20, number... It's like an expediter for a hawker. It's amazing, this guy. Always at the front shouting for everyone. Yeah.
Why you moved from there? From Geylang?
Increase of rental.
Increase the rent
There?
there, yeah?
So I've lost a lot of friends recently because of the housing increase here, rental increase.
Okay.
So I've lost a lot of friends. A lot of them are doing digital nomad kind of things in
Yeah.
Bali and even further afield, right? I moved to Singapore 16 years ago. I moved to Australia 21 years ago. right? So do I miss my friends and family at home? 1000%. But they're always there. You know, they're at the end of a Zoom call. You can go home. You can see them. But you know, you move for a reason, which is to expand your horizons and you expand your outlook on life. And that's, you know, kind of hopefully what my kids have got as well. Is a more worldly experience, multicultural, multi-religion, multi-everything compared to what I kind of had at home. And I'm not dissing my mother at all, right, in terms of the upbringing, but I think my kids here have had the most amazing experience and access to so many different things that I never had.
The kids went to local school?
When we got PR, I mean, that was part of the reason we got PR, to be honest, or I got PR for them. So like, my eldest was like, Dad, I hate you. Oh, what? Oh, you've made me do national service. Yeah, right. So I had to, you know, donate the firstborn son to the Singaporean government to save money on schooling. But, you know, 3 kids here, $90,000. Sorry, I don't have that.
For international school,
so, yeah, not going to happen. So we move or we stay. If we stay, sorry, mate, you're doing 2 years national service.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, you know, he came out of national service going, you know, you were right.
Is it?
I learned a lot. Yeah, he learned a shit ton of stuff. He went to SOTA. That was his local school. So he's a bit of an actor. So he did a feature film.
Oh, SOTA, yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's awesome school. He goes into the army and they put him into a unit which was all around public speaking.
Public speaking?
Yeah, MC, Master of Ceremony. The guy that organises and, you know, talks through a ceremony kind of thing, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to that guy that organises, coordinates, introduces,
The real
but
MC.
has that kind of voice. That, you know, someone at the back can hear and you have that presence and everyone, all eyes are on you because you have that presence to the room. And he learnt that through this, you know, who is this audience through this? I don't know, right? But he has that presence to be able to capture you through a lens as well as in an auditorium. That's kind of what he learnt at SOTA. And then took that into the army and has now taken it into his future business career, which is organisational change through people management type thing. So now he's actually saying, thanks, Dad, you were right. Where we were like, boom, boom, boom for a while, you know, like, why you've done this to me, I hate you. All right. Now he's thanking me and he's, touch wood, he's doing an internship with UBS next year. You know, like, come on, Swiss bank, awesome. The local school system here, I think, is exceptional. Do you want some honesty? I think the international school system here is a series of teachers that, a lot of these are my friends, so I've got to be careful, right? I think a lot of them are here on a 2-year holiday. What I noticed, which was really interesting when the kids left international, or Oliver left international, and went to local school, was like the homework goes like this. It's like, oh my God, you know, what have I done? You know, but it's just the Singaporean way. So there's much more diligence associated to learning and homework and that kind of thing, you know, expecting evening work, weekend work. Whereas at international school, it was kind of like the teacher's on holiday as much as you are, right? So they don't want to be marking stuff, so yeah.
Why do you think Singapore is so successful in economically and like business-wise?
I think the thing with Singapore is its ability to change, like literally change. Its posture in the blink of an eye. It's a state-run country, and therefore it has that ability to change policy in the blink of an eye. So, you know, 1 minute it's blockchain, the next minute it's Chinese money, the next minute it's property, the next minute is... It's insane how it can react to like a market condition accordingly, literally within the blink of an eye. You know, I've never seen a country like it that has this ability to react to a market change and benefit from that market change, literally in the blink of an eye. And then that's how it allows its employment passing policy based on we need more of these people, based on this market opportunity, and they again change blink of an eye. Right, you lot can come in. Sorry, you can't. It's insane. You know, so I was working a lot with blockchain 3-4 years ago, something like that. You know, it's the safe haven. Yay, everyone come in. You know, Binance was coming in and living on yachts and buying up houses on Sentosa because it was the cool thing. Then all of a sudden, actually, maybe Binance is now not viewed as such, so they're all going to Dubai. So Singapore goes, see what, turn that off. What next? Oh, China's not being so nice to its local billionaires. Bring your money in here. We're a safe haven. In the blink of an eye. Blink of an eye. And it's genius how they can do that. It's just incredible. So basically what you have is the usual kind of, you know, 3 dishes for small. Then the roast meats, then here. Or here you have more like the zisha.
Zisha, what's Zisha?
Oh, zisha. The origination of hawkers was like a street cart. So then the street cart moved into air-conditioned or with a fan property. That's zisha. Instead of having that one as a street cart, it became this, which is one menu. So this is zisha, right? How do you say Zisha?
Town.
Oh Christ, got it completely wrong.
Have you ever thought of like opening your own place?
Well, actually, I just bought a plot of land in the Philippines. Probably about the same size as this,
Okay.
plot of land here. So it's 300 square meters, something like that. So it's
Okay.
quite big. All up, the land itself was approximately 50k. See, it's a lot cheaper than here. I've got a house there, and that plot of land is going to be our restaurant. Got this big tree on it, and Filipino folklore is that certain trees are haunted. So it's called a balete tree, it's like a fig tree, and they have this thing called a capre that lives in that tree, and it haunts them, and it squeezes you to death if you say anything bad about the capre. And the capre is this big, fat, bearded thing. Right, come on. So hence, I have to buy this plot of land with this tree, and I'm just going to sit in it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're going to call it Chillax Barbecue, home of the capre.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually play on that kind of folklore thing, and yeah.
Do you have any like principles in life for you? Like something is very important?
I've got 2 half Japanese kids. Sadly, their mother passed away here. So that's why we're not together, because she died. Amy was 6 months old. And we had to make a decision of, do we stay here? Do we go back to Australia, back to the UK, go to Japan? Well, the fuck do we do, right? So we decided to stay here. My lesson, and this is to your question, right? So I went through counselling and all this kind of stuff, right? And I learned a massive lesson from that experience. Two lessons actually. So one is never look back, and one is have no regrets. So these are the 2 principles that I instill in the kids now. It's okay to try, right? So have no regrets with trying. If it fails, whatever. But have no regrets and never look back in terms of, if you think you should have done something and then 6 months later you go, oh, I wish I'd have done that. You shouldn't have, just try it at that point, right? So do it at the point in time when your mind is telling you, because I tell you, I'm 55, I haven't got long left, right? And look at what happened with Mum, which was a complete surprise. You don't know. I mean, tomorrow could be your last day. You want to try something, do it. Never look back and never apologize and never think that, oh, I can't do that because. Just fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow could be your last day. Excuse the French.
Do you think there is a meaning of life? If yes, what's the meaning for you?
Wow, it's a deep question, man.
Sorry.
Wasn't expecting that one in a Hawker and Sigler. The meaning of life, if you get it right, my personal view, is that you've impacted other people, not just you. I mean, you can go through and go like, I don't want kids, I'm a single guy, I'm a la 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 la. Right, and then you'll die kind of, I did some cool shit, and you'll die alone kind of thing. If you had the ability to impact people on that journey, me, that's the meaning of life, right? You've had that impact, and you can recall it and recollect it. You've met people whose lives you've changed, literally changed.
Yeah.
That would probably be it,
So it's connected to other people. It's not only you. It's like
It's got to be,
has
right?
to be connected. Yeah.
It's got to be, because otherwise you're going to be a very, very lonely person, right? The meaning of life isn't just Brian Kennett. The meaning of life is everyone that's in my ecosystem. That ecosystem could be extended outside of who I know, and it should be extended outside of who I know. And if I'm an affluent, can I impact somebody else's life to make their life better? Which therefore humbles me, because I've changed someone's life. That's a nice meaning of life to have, right?
Yeah.
Have you done good when you finally say goodbye? Cool, happy with that. I'd rather be that than having done nothing. Yeah.
My grandma used to say, if you watched just one YouTube video, you're already a good person. But if you watch a second one straight away, you're an incredible person. So do it right now. Don't upset my grandma.